Welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheska and I do makeup reviews, tutorials, and other stuff that I probably shouldn't even try because I'm not a professional makeup artist. Welcome back. If you haven't been here before, we would love to have you join the fam. It's a pleasure being here, honestly. To become a part of the YouTube community is quite a pleasure. So if you like, just subscribe down below, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Appreciate you. Today we're going to do a 3 looks 1 palette with the Bad Habit Fantasia palette. This is the palette right here. It's lovely. Really nice packaging. You've probably heard plenty of other people say so far that it is a nice heavy palette, does not feel cheap. I just really like the way that it feels in my hands. Then you flip it open, and then there you have all of the beautiful colors. They remind me of a sunset or like bubbles, like anything iridescent, because there's so many really great shades in here that are like, you know, really pastel, and then right next to it then, wrong way, see this? I don't really like to do swatches because you've heard the swatch story before. You're gonna see swatches everywhere of this palette, and I don't really need to do it again, do I? So, let's talk a little bit about Bad Habit. Actually, I have ordered before this many Bad Habit palettes, and the reason for that is because, quite honestly, who can afford the $130 palettes that some of these are modeled after? I mean, there are some, but just so you know, this is supposed to be a dupe for the NATASHA DENONA TROPIC palette, and some people say that they did kind of a better job than NATASHA DENONA had previously done before on her other palettes. I don't use NATASHA DENONA yet, but I really enjoy these products. Here's another one of the Bad Habit dupes. This is a dupe for the Lila palette, Supernova. Look at the beautiful colors. Goodness gracious. Those are great. Just a few of my favorites. I will swatch one on the back of my hand. A few of my favorites. I mean, that's just like me barely, you know, pigmentation is crazy. That's Andromeda and Nebula from the Supernova palette. Great, great palette. And then the Solstice is a dupe also for another NATASHA DENONA palette. Probably the shades to mention in here are this yellow color right here, and here it is, that yellow. Ooh. See how bright that is? I mean, these shades, they don't play. These shades didn't come to play. They're not in recess. They're fully here to work for you. Okay. So I have stuff all over my hands, so I'm gonna wash it off, and we could talk more about this look and 2 others that are much more wearable. This is more of a festival season look, and this is not yet finished. I'm going to, actually this is the beginning of a video that I'm filming in advance because I just do that sometimes, and so I'm going to be recreating this look and actually enhancing it a little bit. We're going to call it more of a festival vibes look at the end of the day. There's a lot going on here. I also used this awesome set from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, the Equality set, on my eyes here, so you can see. This is dope. These are eye safe, so you can use them as mascara eyeliner, eyeshadow, and you can use them on the cheeks. I've seen people use them for so many things, and you can use a good liquid lip like this, a good long-lasting liquid lip, for just about anything. Blush, whatever. Highlighter. I've used this rose gold one, this rose gold Thirst Trap Jeffree Star for all over my face for a monochromatic look. I might just work this into one of my other looks. Stay tuned. Alright, so first of all, what I have to do is remove this look so that we can move on to the other looks. And now you get to watch me take it off. See how long this takes. I'm using the Lancome Be Facile Double Action Eye Makeup Remover. This is my holy grail for makeup removers. If you think you have one that's better, I would love to hear all about it. So sound off in the comments below. What's your favorite eye makeup remover? I love this one because it's like super gentle on the eyes, you know. I think we are just zoomed in enough to get this done, and so you can see everything that I'm going to do up here. So my first idea, just a lavender look, because I'll be real. I had trouble with this color. This is the first color that I had trouble with, so I'm going to prime my eyes. Where are you? Okay, with my trusty dusty MAC paint pot and Painterly. If you don't know about this stuff, find out about this stuff. This is the MAC Painterly pot. I'm going to need a nice clean brush. I'll find one right here. Alright. Clean brush, just an Eco Tools, nothing fancy. I don't really have that many fancy brushes because I'm more into the Clarisonic. And yeah, so you just want to get this all over your lid to prime up to your brow bone, all the way up, all the way over the lid, and I even go like to the edge just to prime. I get a nice coat on there, and the other side. So all my friends hate it when I wear wigs. Well, at least some people hate it when I wear wigs. I like to look cute sometimes. Who else likes to wear wigs? Holler at me in the comments. Wig squad. No, that's not where we're gonna be, but wig squad. Hopefully I will edit out that entire little thing by fast forwarding through it in editing. But if not, anyway, here we go. We're gonna go with, see this lavender here? It's called Invincible. I need a packer brush for this. Another Eco Tools, again, nothing fancy. And I am just gonna place this on the lid. I didn't even go in with a transition because I kind of want to make this look like a little blown out, and hopefully once I get into the little fallout, nothing to worry about though because we can take care of that later. Not much patchiness yet. And don't worry if it's messy right now, you just need to pack it on to get the payoff. Looks pretty. Actually, this is working. This is working now, and I feel like maybe I just didn't prime the lid well enough before. Same brush. I'm gonna bring it underneath. And this is like actually, you know, I would think that this is like work appropriate. But then again, I don't work in too many professional environments anymore, so what do I? So far, I have only just gone a little bit under the eye with the same exact packing brush. And I'm going to do it again on the other eye, make it even. And you're just making like a round eye here. Round eye. Go ahead and buff these things out just a little. I'm gonna take Delirious right here and go on top just to blend it out. You can see that looks just a little bit more done than when you don't. Just a little done, a little more done. Same color, other side, blending out the top. Taking a little bit of this color above it all and going underneath to blend. Same thing on the other side, of course. So I'm gonna deepen up the crease just a little bit with a little bit of Bliss and Nimbus at the same time. Bliss, Nimbus. It makes like a smoky brown red color. I think it works. I think it works. Just a little bit more with just Bliss. And then blend that out too. I don't know if y'all can see. There is fallout, but it doesn't bother me. You know why? Plus, I need to fix my under eyes anyway. And one more time with the purple color. We don't want that to go away. We don't want it to go away at all. We're gonna pack another little bit of it right under the lid. You know, just a pretty eye. I see that there's a little bit of unevenness, so I'm going underneath this eye with a little bit more above it all. I got brow bone. Let's do Weightless because it's super pretty. And you know, we gotta do a little inner corner highlight, same color. If you watched my last video, I really like to drag the inner corner highlight up. I'm into the like, okay, I don't want to say heroin chic look from the 90s, but I think that's semi the vibe that we've got here. You can be the judge. I'm going to clean this up so that you can see what it would look like with like a little bit of, you know, sprucing up. And I'll be right back. And this is the finished look number 1 from our 3 Looks 1 palette from the Fantasia palette. I did really want it to look more pastel. The pastels are hard to work with, and so we turned this into a grungy Norvina-esque look. I kept it mostly low blush because like we're going for that old school grunge. Without the dark lip, this is a wearable eye. I did add in the waterline a lip pencil from MAC called Currant. I just dropped it on the floor. I added Benefit Roller Lash. Been loving it. Really works for me right now. And the lip is just this guy. I mean, super pretty packaging. I got this in my Tarte $63 bag. I really like this first look. I think it is really pretty. And it goes to show you that you can create, like, there's so many things. I'm just gonna keep going. All right, here we go. Next look. And we're back, fresh-faced. I forgot to prime again, but let's just do that really quickly. So these looks go in order from most wearable to least wearable. The least wearable being the ultra summery, festival-y vibed look that I showed you in the beginning of this video. And then this one is going to be a rose gold monochromatic look with the help of one of our friends. You will see a guest appearance from another influencer's brand, sorry. Didn't mean to get you all hyped. But, alright, so we have primed the lids and we're going in with Above It All in the crease. It's really going to be kind of like mostly all over the lid. It's only going to create like a little bit of dimension for what's going to go on here. And this is again one of those nice affordable brushes. Like I said, I don't own many expensive ones, and I won't push brushes on you for the most part unless I ever find something that's absolutely incredible. You won't, I mean, there are brands that I want other people to discover, and hopefully through my affiliate links, because it helps me support myself and it helps me support my dream of living the life that I want instead of being unhappy in my career. So if you're down, you know, be cool, follow the affiliate links if you're into them. If not, just ignore them. They're not affecting my review or my ability to give you honest opinion, believe me. I've been told a lot of times not to share my opinion, and there is not a lot that people can really do about it. I am all about my free speech. So, you know, I had a pretty good idea of what I wanted to do here, and now I'm like stumbling. Okay, no, I know. Alright, we're gonna take a flat packer brush. Again, cheap, nothing fancy. Like, I just don't give two beeps about fancy stuff like all the time, every day. You only buy the like expensive high-end stuff when you need to. Just like, you know, do I need a $138 palette, or do I need this palette, which is the exact same shades? And with your packer brush, and sometimes I do this with my finger, to be real, like, I think sometimes when you go like this, can you see? I feel like I'm out of focus, for one. I feel like even if I am out of focus, you can see that applying with a finger is the way to go here. So you just want to take Sky's the Limit and pack it onto the lid. Finger really does work better. A lot of people like to use Fix Plus with these like really glittery, shimmery shades. And I don't need to be packing this much on. I like a lot of color. I like a lot of color. So that's me. You might not be that way. And let's do, I'm gonna do something a little different on the bottom. It's not gonna be monochromatic after all, because I freaking love this color, Dreamland. It's so pretty. A little more flatter brush. So you can just touch the tip of it, just the tip, and then go along your bottom lash line as close to the lash line as you can. Whoever would have thought that rose, gold, and aqua would look beautiful together on the eye? Who knew? Not me. I love that. I don't even really want to touch it. I don't know. I don't think I want to touch it. I think this is actually more wearable than the last the last look, and I'm actually going to show you something that I was going to do anyway. So let's clean up a little bit. This is Dermacol, which is something that my beloved Dapper Fish friend from Portugal, she uses it all the time. I've actually put too much out already. This stuff is holy moly high coverage. Do you see this? I'm not using barely any product, guys. Like, guys and gals, folks. I mean, so if you want a quick, easy way to just pop some brightness under your eye, that's one way. And you can see how, like, thin this layer that I've laid on my hand is. Look at this coverage. Oh. Oh. Most full coverage foundation in the world? Girl, I'm gonna say yes. This stuff is banging. And when you shear it out, shear it out, shear it out, like Dapperfish does, like she taught me, then it really looks really pretty. I'm gonna do a little something about how crazy the under eye looks, just really quickly. This is my NARS Loose Reflective Setting Powder. This was originally supposed to be more of a rose gold monochromatic look, but we took it in a slightly different direction. But I am going to do, my blush is going to be a liquid lip from Jeffree Star. This is from his summer collection. It is called Thirst Trap. And I like to actually, you know, I love doing one of these to make the, I'm gonna like really go in with this blush. So it's gonna be blended like down across my temple, and so I like to connect the top highlight with my blush and highlight. Maybe this will just be my highlight, and then we'll throw another beautiful shade on top of it. You know, fuck with Jeffree Star on a personal level or not. You probably don't know him, so you probably don't fuck with him on a personal level. But these liquid lips, they're delicious. There's your Cupid bow. I even like it like, this is a weird highlight, dude. Just like enjoy odd highlights, you know, just a little here. Opens up the face. Maybe a little right here too. So that's the highlight. And I'm going to throw just a little bit of blush on top. Because you know how I am. You know that I love this Narcissist Wanted too. This is... I wish I could just quiz you and see which one I should go with. I'm going to do, of course, whatever. I think this is Ambition mixed with this pinky toned one down here. I like a lot of blush, and I am going to go all the way up my temple so it still has that really pretty highlight and a hit of blush. Kind of looks like you've been outside for a while. Seems to be the trend. Let's go outside or not, and let's just look like we did. Works for me. And sometimes you can bring just a little bit of it across. If you feel like this is too heavy-handed, or you tried it and you think that it's too much for you, you can take a translucent powder, dip your big loose brush in it, and then just go over and veil it. I learned that from Jeffree Star and Lipstick Nick. I didn't go to their thing, but so let's just try that real quick. Like on one side. So we brought that down, I would say probably a lot. Okay, so if you're not feeling the rainbow bright look, you can bring it down. Again, we're going to dip into the Jeffree Star quality set. I'm taking Flamethrower. I'm just dabbing because this color is extremely intense. And I want to mix it with this red. I'm using a finger because at the end I'm gonna blur out the edges of this anyway. Towards the center of the lip, I'm applying just a little bit more red. And just like smudging the color so that it has like a interesting, like just 12 different popsicles type of look. I dig it. And I'm also gonna take a clean brush, like pretty much any clean brush will work. And I'm gonna go and blur the edges so that my lips look nice and soft. I love this. So, I believe we have our finished look. I hope that you are enjoying so far. We have our grand finale up next. Keep on watching. So I grabbed a photo that I think will help, and I'm gonna put it right there. So if you see me looking over there, I'm not only looking at the monitor this time, but so as I recall, I started out with good old MAC Painterly Pot. It is my favorite thing to prime my lids with, And I did. And here is where I take forever and a day to apply my Painterly Paint Pot Primer. And I'm just gonna do a voiceover because that seems like the prudent thing to do. Enjoy watching me apply my primer. It turned out really nice, and so I'm gonna try to do it almost exactly the same way that I did it before. Maybe a bit of a challenge, but I think I got this. So I'm taking this Easyliner for Eyes from Jordana. You can get this on Hush, shophush.com, or the Hush app also, along with Fantasia. This is not actually where I got. I didn't get it from Hush. I got it from Walgreens before I moved here. Anyway, so what you want to do is create a nice shaped bubble with your liner. You can use a cream shadow in the same tone or something like that. Fill it in so you have a nice background for your first color. And your first color, why don't you go ahead and we're gonna do, I believe I used Dreamland for my first little bubble. Just said because it's most similar in tone, and I was just winging it. Carefully pat it and then press to remove any excess. And from there, you're going to continue to draw bubbles just like you see here until you've completed the first eye, and eventually we switch over to a different liner, a different colored liner. You'll want to be careful if it's really hot in your house too. These eyeliners get really soft, they melt, and they can be difficult to work with, so just keep that in mind. Coating the brush really well, but blow it off. This one is messy, and carefully press the pigment in. Carefully press it in. And again, we are just making more bubbles, filling up the eyelid until we are totally done. And I'm just going to keep voicing over these parts because they are very long. I'm sorry about that. Into lifted, y'all. Lifted. Coat the brush. And carefully. I would watch this in 2x if you don't have time, because we're already 10 minutes in and you got at least, I'm gonna call it 15 to 20 left, sisters. Okay, so we got like 6 more bubbles to do, and that takes time. Gosh, this one's hard to get to show up sometimes. It just is. Really press it in, because this is not a blue tone. You need to pack on the product as much as you can the first go. Okay, we are so close to being almost done with this eye. Yes, yes, yes. But eye-coal and fascinating. And on this side, what I did was a little bit different. I remember. I gotta look a little closer though. I always coat the brush on both sides because I'm making a circle. Take Cirrus right in the middle and again coat the brush. Giant one. Actually, you know, I need to make this one smaller. This is so big. You can make decisions like that too. It's your makeup. If you want it smaller, make it smaller. You don't have to ask anybody's permission, baby girl. Difficult to set down and stay down. I am hacking and pushing this one in again. I didn't push any of the other ones in after I did the first one. They all seem to be really sticking just fine. It's the limit, which is
here you can see that we've tested 10 shades, including the base shade for the first eye.
happy with that. So then I know that I did my mascara first, and then I decided I was going to do a bunch of shit after that. You have seen it in this video before. Alright, this is not hard at all. It's actually, this is one of the more challenging things I have done in my makeup life, y'all. Okay, so that's just gonna be wet for at least a minute after this. I need to just sit for a sec, so I'll be right back. I decided we're just gonna keep going and hope that that doesn't smudge. And I'm gonna wipe the tip of the doe foot applicator off like I did last time and not forget to do that. We're going with Breakfast at Tiffany's. The first color was Equality. Just want to make some dots in the general area where a similar color is.
And I'm just using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Equality Bundle to make different colored tiny little dots next to their corresponding larger counterparts. I mixed up the colors just a bit. You can see that I put the yellow lippy on the side with the darker colors. I think that evened things out just a little bit. But we'll see how
tutorial, I guess,
see how everybody else
I'm
thinks.
So dumb, but here we go. If you can't see what I've been doing, you can get a better look now. And I'm sorry about that. Okay. So much better now. This is our progress. And we're going in on the other side now. We're going to use the pink one. We didn't use the pink one yesterday, but today we are. And one more. Okay. I like pink. I like pink a lot, but I don't want to go overboard. So let's not go overboard, all right?
I just wanted to leave the audio here because I think it's pretty funny, but if it bothers anyone, just comment down below.
And it might actually look a little bit more cute than it did yesterday already. And I was gonna add glitter. You know what? I'm not adding glitter. I'm drawing a line. I drew a bunch of dots and that's enough. Okay. Okay, so straight up, this is the hardest thing I've done on camera and probably in general for my makeup probably ever. It took me a full hour, I think. I think it's taken me a full hour to apply this. We're finishing off. I also did my brows, so that I'm including that in the hour. And my face, which is actually not totally finished. Be careful with your black mascara not to touch too much on the top. Do both. Now you can get really insane with this. Look, you can add glitter. Actually was going to add glitter. I have it right here. Okay, this is from Festival Face UK, and I love their glitter. Affiliate link down below. And for Festival Face, there's a link down below. If you want to help support my channel, you can click through it and I'll get a small commission when you purchase products from them. Pretty cool. I love it when I can share something with my friends and they love it too. And actually a little kickback for turning them on to it. Isn't that how the world should work? Anyway, so look, you know, you're looking at an insane eye look. but something tells me that the right person can pull this off for something other than a festival. It is intricate. It reminds me like a little bit of like paisley or whatever. And if you don't like go overboard with crazy colorful brows and crazy colored mascara, like in my other pictures I used the YSL Vinyl Couture Pink mascara, and also I used the Equality Set Lippies as mascara. But I realized this is actually kind of cool on its own, and I would like for it to really, really stand out. And I would probably do a little bit of highlight, contour, and just like a nude lip or something very like understated for the lip. Please comment down below and tell me what you would wear, how you would change this look, and maybe one day I'll get to see your version of it. Alright, thanks for watching. Click subscribe and the thumbs up button if you're into it. Thanks.